Hi, I'm Russell Visser from Northwest Physiotherapy Group, and today I'm going to talk about accumulative strain. We often get people coming for treatment at our clinic because they've had an acute onset of pain and restricted movement with no particular cause. Or they've had a slow build-up of pain over time, again, with no incident. So they're confused as to why this occurs, and it's because there's a build-up of strain in their system. It's a gradual increase over time, and my colleague Graham will explain this in greater depth.
So as Russell explained, the cumulative strain model is an excellent model to use to explain why people are suffering from pain. And it probably fits with about 90% of the people we see in the clinic who present with a non-traumatic injury. That is something that's built up over time slowly. So what is a cumulative strain? A cumulative strain is strain that builds up in our bodies over time. So if you look at this graph here, we can see the amount of strain here on this axis, on the vertical axis, and on the horizontal axis, we can see time. So this strain builds up over time, and this is normal for everyone to experience this. So what is the strain, and what causes it to build up? So the strain is measured in our bodies, or exhibits in our bodies, as muscle tension, joint stiffness, nerves that don't glide, faulty movement patterns, okay? And we all have these to some degree. Why does it build up over time? So strain builds up over time because everything we do, we don't necessarily do with good posture or good form. For example, we might sit for long periods in a static posture that may not be beneficial. We may exercise too much, or we may exercise with poor form. We may not have enough recovery, our diet might be poor, we may not have enough sleep, or we can be under stress or anxiety. And all these can contribute to strain building up in our body. Even things like lifting the kids or lifting grocery bags, moving furniture around, all those things can contribute to that strain building up in our bodies over time. So in this purple zone here, we can see that this is the subclinical zone, and that means the strain is not felt by us. We're not consciously aware of it, okay? It is building, and if we don't put enough recovery or look after our bodies well enough, that strain can build up to unacceptable levels and go beyond this pain threshold. Now, beyond that threshold, that's where your brain registers you've got a problem. Your brain and your central nervous system is always trying to maintain balance in your body and keep an even keel of all those tissues and all those organs. So if it perceives that that job is getting too hard, the strain's building up too much, it can't do its job, it'll send you a warning signal. And the warning signal is generally pain or some sort of symptom. And that puts you in this yellow zone here, the clinical zone, meaning that you're feeling some sort of pain or condition. And your brain's tried to deal with it on its own, but because the strain has exceeded that safe threshold, it can't, and it sent you that warning signal. So what we have to do as therapists is basically find the primary cause of the pain. Now remember, where you feel your pain may not be where the primary problem is, and that's why we do our whole body assessment and working out which ones of the strains in your body, the ones we test, can be the primary contributor to the problem. So we need to find that primary contributor. It may not be in the area of the pain, and we need to treat it and get you under this safe threshold and show you how to maintain that for the long term. Basically to maintain good health and prevent the injury or condition that you're experiencing happening again. So in summary, we have that strain building up over time. If it exceeds that safe threshold, your brain sends you a warning signal. We need to find the primary driver of the pain, of that warning signal, and treat it, get you pain-free and keep you that way for the long term. I hope this makes sense. Thanks a lot.